Hi, I'm Jason McAteer and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Okay, the video that you're about to watch is a preview segment from this week's Reds News Roundup, subscriber exclusive from the RedmenTV.com. We discuss loads of things, including Joel Matip, is there more to come from Henderson, the best free signings of all time, and some cult heroes in absence at Liverpool Football Club. If you want to check out the full show and you like what we're doing here, go over there, theredmentv.com. It's completely free for a month. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Enjoy the show.
What's significant for me was that when Barcelona wanted to get better, they bought Luis Suarez, not because he was a brilliant footballer, they said, although obviously that counted, but because he would provide some kind of nastiness to their side. And he's not done that, he's just been bloody brilliant. But,
We'll take
you
that.
know, that's what you want. And he says, you want someone who you think, get in there, we've like Tommy Smith used to do, he'd go around and kick someone up in the air and everyone would go, and the crowd would go up and, that's what you want.
It's the problem.
Although if he was playing in the modern game, he'd probably be off after
Well, I was going to say, well, that's the example. The only recent example of that is like Gerrard, and look what happened. Where every time he tried to do that, he got sent off. The Man United game last season being the one that sticks out. Like, but
I think
countless derbies.
Yeah, there's different ways, isn't there? There's different ways of sort of that intimidation, that character. I think.
Yeah. Emlyn Hughes had some, didn't he? I mean, that he wasn't around kicking people. He was just around all action, and he was always running everywhere. And he went on long run. Chan should do that, to be honest. Yeah. Really long, deep runs into the opposition's half and shooting. Yeah. That would get the crowd up as well. Yeah. And we haven't got those kind of characters.
Do we need? And it's not on the agenda, but I like the way this conversation's going. So let's run with it. Do we need a cheat? Do we need to have a cheat in our team? I mean,
depends what you mean by cheat.
A cheat's a bit like, I will expand on that before anyone goes down some really dark avenues on this.
A cheat with a mouth guard.
Yeah, but Suarez might be the great example of it, because I was thinking this about if Christian Benteke just basically did what Drogba would do, and that's throw himself to the floor every time anyone touched him, he'd be a much more useful centre forward for Liverpool football.
I think you're right. If you look at Costa's probably the example in the Premier League at the moment, isn't he? Of basically everyone hates him. Yeah. Everyone hates him. He's nasty. He leaves a foot in. He'll go down when he needs to go down. Chelsea fans don't have any time for them, but they love him. Yeah. And it was the same with Suarez for us. And to be frank, if you go back in time, a little bit the same with Craig Bellamy, and David Speedy before that, and all these kind of relatively no-mark centre forwards who were a bit nasty and just got under the skin of other players and other fans. And actually, you can rally around those kind of people. And I think you're right. I think if you look at our forward line now, it's a little bit nice. Yeah. Benteke, you can, you're away at Villa and Origi gets bought on before you. That kind of tells you everything.
Shows you how to score.
That was quality. Absolutely. And that tells you everything you need to know about Benteke's future at the club in a nutshell. Yeah. He hasn't got one.
I disagree. I think he'll just be kept.
Do you think?
As an option. Why? Like.
But the thing is, the problem is you might be right, because the question is who's going to buy him and how much money are they going to pay for him?
And you can only get.
But don't forget, you've got the tournament. I mean, you've got Euros this year, and as we all know, and Liverpool have got the scars of buying people on the strength of good tournaments. So Benteke needs a good tournament. He'll retain some degree of his value, and he'll do a job for someone. He's just. It's like a plan B that we don't play.
You won't get your 32 million back for him, but I think it'll boil down to whether he wants to stay. Because I think he'll probably give it another season, but if he's not getting into the team on a regular basis,
the Klopp said this thing the other week, didn't he? He said he treats everyone like they've got a year with him. And you assess it from there. I've got no problem with him. Look, Eric Meyer. People go like he's shit. No, Sean Dundee was shit. Yeah, Eric Meyer was shit. I've seen Jean-Michel Ferry was shit. Yeah, I know. But I've seen shit, and he's not. Yeah. He scored a fucking overhead kick against Man United at Old Trafford. He scored every type of goal.
The Bordeaux goal, the header against Southampton. He got it in his locker.
He's absolutely
got 49 Premiership goals in 80 odd games for Villa. There's nothing wrong with that.
Before we signed him, right? Obviously, taking into account Van Persie, Suarez had just left. He was the second highest goal scorer since he joined the Prem in the league, bar Aguero. That's above Sturridge as well. Do you know what I mean?
Does he? But the point is, if he wants to be a Liverpool player, I don't think he's naturally got that, the all action thing that Klopp's looking for. No. But I think if he adds that nasty streak to his game, he could actually make himself useful in a completely different way. Yeah. Because, like I said, what we've lacked since Suarez, and it's horrible, it's cynical, and it's not the Liverpool way, which is basically
winning the fair play league.
Well, exactly. Yeah, it's like that.
Fuck all else, but we've got the fair play league. Great.
But it's like that notion. I always think of it as like 80s wrestling, where you shake hands at the end, and the two guys who fought heroically are best mates at the end of it. Fuck that. No, you know what I mean? I want to go. I want us to win horrible free kicks.
I've been
and get into
expecting
dangerous
them to do
positions.
3 cheers for the opposition at the end of the game.
Hey.
Bravo!
Yeah, but this is, I think something, because he's got it. He's got an eye for goal. He's good in the air. He's actually, I don't think he's got a good touch for the big lad, which is weird because I'm so used to saying that. But he's all right. But if he could just be a bit more of a prick, I think he could be. He could be more. He could be a loads better asset for the club.
I agree. And if you look at the West Ham game, I think he missed 3 sitters, but he missed 3 sitters. But he was a good striker. In a confident run, he scores 2 or 3 goals. Obviously, the game pans out.
It's the cliche, isn't it?
And I think
he was there to score them.
And you think, if he has a little, back seat now, sort of goes in there, because the thing is with him and Origi now, Sturridge is back now, out the limelight. Gets a goal next week or 2. You never know. He might even get one in the final if he gets on, and suddenly the whole landscape changes for him. And I think just hold tight, maybe. See what happens.
Just tell him he's playing Liverpool, he'll be all right.
Stick a blue shirt on him on the slide and then swap it back before he gets on.
Exactly. So, actually, I think this actually kind of feeds into something we're going to discuss a little bit later. But Michael Owen...
Excuse me, I'm just
It's the talk of Michael Owen.
Oh my God. Michael Owen's been interviewed this week and he said that Firmino needs to get angry. He says, I'm split on him. I thought he did great against Manchester City and Chelsea away earlier in the season, but for a player with that much quality, I just want to see that kind of performance on a more regular basis. At the moment, it's maybe one good performance in 5 or 6. He gives the ball away too much, and I don't see that real angry streak in his game. And just to clarify that was a quote from this week and not from December.
And